What's going on, everybody? My name is Ben and welcome back to the bench for a very special holiday episode here on Ben Builds. I wanted to go ahead and take this opportunity to do something special, give you a quick stash update because, well, Santa came early today, guys. Give a couple of shout outs and say thank you to a couple of very important people. So let's go ahead and get started with a stash update. Now, don't worry, we are going to be finishing the 12 sprues. We're still working on episode number 9, so we should have that out in a couple of days. I intend on finishing that series before I start any of these kits, that's for sure. But I'm hoping to go ahead and get 9 out to you, maybe tomorrow or the next day, sometime early, and then we'll finish off the rest of the models, hopefully next week, guys. Now, Joe and I have been talking a lot about Soviet Cold War fighters, and we both have been very interested in building this particular bird. This is a 1/48 scale MiG-15 BIS, in this case by Trumpeter. This is one of those quintessential Cold War Soviet aircraft. It's an interceptor, not really a fighter, so it's got big guns to take out bombers. Saw prominence during the Korean War, serving with the North Korean Air Force, so I'm very excited to go ahead and dive in on this one. I know Joe and I really are big fans of Cold War era stuff, and this is one of those I've always wanted to own. I just never have ended up picking it up. But I was poking around online one day and I found this amazing deal on this kit. I picked it up and I'm super excited to go ahead and dive in on this one. This is going to be kind of a tough build though, I have a feeling, because it's natural metal, and natural metal is always kind of difficult anyway. But also the fuselage on this thing is like 4 pieces. It is not really shake and bake at all. Plus, coming from 1/72nd scale in the last couple of weeks, man, this thing looks massive. But anyway, guys, 1/48 scale MiG-15 BIS by Trumpeter. Such a cool looking airplane, and I can't wait to go ahead and build this one in particular. Now, right along the same lines as the MiG-15, another aircraft I've always wanted to own and build is this one right here. This is a 1/48 scale Bolton Defiant Mark I. Now, this is by Airfix, and I was actually down at my local hobby store. I actually met up with Joe and just have a quick hobby day, you know, buy some paint, buy some models and whatnot. And I saw this on the shelf. I could not resist it. Pretty good deal too. So the Bolton Defiant Mark I wanted to go ahead and kind of flush out my Battle of Britain aircraft. I was missing it in the stash, so now I found one, I picked it up. Pretty cool, guys, pretty cool. But that's not all. As I was going through the shelf, I also found another kit I've always wanted, the Airfix 1/48 scale Hawker Hurricane Mark I. Now, I actually just built a 1/72nd scale Airfix Hawker Hurricane. I had so much fun with that one, and it kind of spurred me on to go out and find myself a 1/48 scale. Picked it up. I'm very excited. This is one of those major players in the Battle of Britain, so this kind of rounds out my collection of RAF fighters. So I am pretty excited about this particular build. Now, it'd be great to go out and grab the German stuff as well, so maybe like a Messerschmitt E1 or E3, I don't know, maybe a Heinkel HE111 would be really awesome to get. I know ICM makes one. Could get a DO17, JU88, JU87 Stuka, BF110, so I'm super excited to go ahead and add that into the stash. Now, that actually wraps up what I have picked up myself for the stash, but that does not include things that I've received through the generosity of other people here on YouTube, but also my friends and family. So I wanted to go ahead and give a big shout out and thank you to, first off, my girlfriend. She's actually gone for the holidays. She's up visiting her family. So I'm here with mine. She's up there with hers. She wanted to make sure that I got my Christmas gift, unwrapped it, opened it up before she left. So she surprised me the other day with something pretty cool, guys. Let me go ahead and show you what we have here. This is the Stormtrooper model, 1/12 scale by Bandai. I gotta tell you, this is awesome. I've been wanting to go ahead and try a little bit of a diorama, and I've been interested in building a Stormtrooper, specifically for that helmet. Now, I'm not going to give away too much because, well, I want to actually see if I can't pull this off before I announce that I'm going to be doing something that I won't be able to do. We'll see how it all kind of works out. So this should hopefully pop up on Sci-Fi Wednesdays, maybe sooner than later. We'll see. We still got to finish that Lando Falcon though, so haven't forgot about that one. So a huge thank you to my girlfriend again. Thank you so much. This is an awesome model. I'm super excited about this one. Now, I also wanted to go ahead and give a big shout out and thank you to my buddy Joe over at Mad Genius Productions. He's just a really all-around great guy, and he did something that I was not expecting. About a week or so ago, I came home and I found on my front porch a box. Now, in the box, I was surprised to find some real gems, guys. So let me go ahead and show you what this crazy guy sent me in the mail. Let's check it out. So first up, guys, check this out. This is a book on the P-51 Mustang, and this is a pretty fantastic book. It's got color foldouts that are really quite suitable for framing if I really wanted to. It's got a lot of actual pictures, a ton of information, really anything you might want to know about the Mustang, it's got it here. This is awesome. But that's not all, guys. He also threw in this right here. This is by the same company. This is the same type of deal. This is the Focke-Wulf 190. The 190 is an awesome looking aircraft, but this is going to be really cool because it gives you different color profiles, of course, cutouts and whatnot, shows you all the internal detailing, different variants, of course. It goes into the long nose D versions. It's just honestly a really cool looking excerpt. So Joe, again, man, you outdid yourself. Thank you again, buddy. I really appreciate it. Now that's not all though. There was one other thing in that box, and that is something that I was not expecting at all. The last thing in the box was this. This is a 1/48 scale J7W1 Shinden. Now you might recall that I have one of these in the stash for the 12 sprues, but it's in 1/72nd scale. This one right here, also Hasegawa, but this is a newer mold. As you can see, I haven't built it yet. It hasn't shown up in the 12 sprues yet, but I'm hoping it's going to show up in maybe day 9, 10, 11, or maybe 12. But I did casually mention that I would love to get one in 1/48 scale, and well, I have one. Because Joe, in his infinite generosity, went ahead and sent me this particular version. And I gotta say, this looks like a pretty cool looking model. Now this is an older mold, so they're not recessed panel lines, it's actually raised panel lines, but I don't really think that's gonna be much of a problem because I would love to go ahead and really do a deep dive into this model, maybe sand down those lines, rescribe new lines, do some riveting detail, just have some fun with it, really go all out. Full workup here on the Shinden. Even though it's an older kit, guys, I still think it would be a blast to build, and this is something that I think would be a great addition to the stash. I had no idea Joe was going to send this to me. Again, Joe, thank you so much, buddy. Merry Christmas, man. I really do appreciate this. It's pretty awesome. So guys, that is it. That is the end of our real quick Christmas unboxing. I wanted to go ahead and give a big shout out to all of my subscribers. I've received Christmas cards from people. I've received messages from people, of course, model kits. I got to tell you, we have a great community here on YouTube. And I really can't say enough how grateful I am for all of my 2,100 subscribers. So I wanted to say thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Season's greetings to everyone out there. And we'll see you back here on the next episode of Ben Builds. Hopefully, for episode 9 of the 12 Sprues. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you soon.